technically game 4. I mean, you wonder if they're at any point being like, man, if we had just capped on Anubis, we'd be in now. We'd be, you know.
That's the thing. I bet they're kicking. I bet they're kicking themselves for that. They had such a good opportunity.
They were so close.
But I mean, both teams did, of course.
If they weren't before, when they watch this broadcast, they're gonna be kicking it now, thanks to you guys. Savage over here. I was the one taking the blame for being sadistic, liking May kills, and you guys.
No, you're still worse than us. It's fine.
But the thing is, it's going to take viewership a long time to figure out just how dark that gets. With FaZe Clan,
oh my,
they're going to start out on defense.
They are indeed.
Kungarna
They
on
got
offense.
Shadowburn as well.
You're back and losing your mind, aren't you?
I am. I've never had it, but I'm getting the giggles again. Watch out. But this is it, folks. Coming all down to this. FaZe, the team that made a roster swap coming into our second week of the Group 8, or the Round of 8 group stage qualifier here, making a change up in the roster, bringing in Mikey A. They've been sitting down towards the bottom of our standings. And now it comes down to one map as to whether or not they are going to stay into the Winter Premiere and get themselves into our top 6. And the top 6 then get narrowed down to go on to the Grand Finals. To play for $100,000 within the coming weeks. It is all down to this for FaZe, a third and final map. Let's see if they can do it, as they will start off on our defensive side. Kungarna will be running their triple tank and Baby Bay on the Soldier 76 to start it off. We see the strategy. They love flipping it around, getting themselves all the way around on the high ground, getting Baby Bay up there as they take the stairs and wrap around. I would expect to see a similar thing from them this time as they go on the push. And with getting Shadowburn that early, that's a huge opening for Kungarna. They might just take the fight directly into them, but no, they are doing what they normally do. Michael just pushing the cart on up. He's got Connor J alongside of him on the Roadhog, and Baby Bay's already gotten that high ground positioning, putting a lot of damage into Shadowburn, and Ajax is right there to take care of him. Starting off brilliantly for Kungarna, as they already have 3 kills for themselves. Earthshatter comes out. But from Fact Fiction, and Raucus gets a couple for himself. They're keeping FaZe in it for now, but Kungarna still just continuing to rack up the kills. They already grabbed the first point, off to a blazing start.
It's that same offense we saw from them on Hollywood. Kungarna, gonna be hard to stop here. Attack Visor already on Baby Bay. Blam working on that nano boost. They're gonna connect those pretty soon. Michael already with a self-destruct, but no Zarya to pair it with so far. If Baby Bay gets shut down here in the second stage, he'll probably switch to that going into the third point. We've seen that already. Kungarna taking away the shuttle. FaZe Clan trying to prevent them from doing that with that attack visor. Shadowburn actually seeing it coming, pressing into Baby Bay, but not really getting anything out of it. He's going to back off first.
Oh, now Mike getting in behind, or he's trying to at least. He's going to get shut down. His Shadowburn Tracer wasn't working too much, so they now have Mike on the Tracer, but now actually switching over to the Roadhog. Kungarna is just steamrolling through on this offense. Shadowburn now is going to get the Nano Boost. Remix off of a big Earthshatter is going to shut that down. Now Baby Bay from up top with the Nano Visor is going to put an insurance policy on capping this point off. And that will be easy peasy for Kungarna. In fact, Fiction going for the reset, but easy peasy for Kungarna right now, man. It is now just under 6 minutes to get to last point on their offense.
Kungarna, really only a whole hog, but they are working on a sound barrier. FaZe has a little bit more of an advantage, actually a lot more of an advantage. Graviton for Zoms, Earthshatter for Fact of Fiction, not far away. Shadowburn with a self-destruct. They need to get aggressive and start bleeding time out of Kungarna. Kungarna has 5 minutes just moving into the third point.
This is just kind of disgusting. Here comes a self-destruct going into the back. Shadowburn will connect onto Remix with that one, so a bit of a reprieve for FaZe as they pick up a few kills right there, but Kungarna looking to come back strong. Still plenty of time for them to work with. Zoms on the Graviton. Fact Fiction with an Earthshatter is what FaZe are going to need to hold, preferably only needing to use one of them going into this next fight.
Kungarna, still with the sound barrier. Actually starting to take it. Oh, that Earthshatter not coming up with anything besides Ajax. Ajax might get away, though.
Yeah, Shadowburn was trying to convert on that one, unable to. Fact Fiction goes down, and now Zoms is forced to use his Graviton, but again, there's not follow-up there. He's using it, and nobody's around to kill anything. He just uses it to stall them for 5 seconds, and at that point, is it even worth it? Shadowburn goes down to Michael. Baby Bay falling to Mikey A. See if he had Graviton for right now, this second, he'd be able to come right back out and take a fight on the cart with it, but FaZe in dire straits here. They use the Sound Barrier remix with that nano boost. They're trying to convert on these kills, though. Zoms is making up for it as he finds a couple of kills himself, eventually taken down by Remix, who uses the Earth Shatter to keep his team in the fight. Self-destruct is going to land on the point, might be able to pick up a couple. Forsaken goes down off of that one, all thanks to Michael's self-destruct. And they continue to duke it out here, but the respawns from FaZe just continuing to come out onto the point. Shadowburn is going to put his self-destruct out there, not getting anything other than a bit of zoning power. Remix charging into the back. Mikey A is up on Tracer, looking for some of these squishies to put some damage into, just cleaning up on this damage. Kungarna still in the fight, regardless of losing Remix. Now Pulse Bomb landing in the middle of that one, and FaZe may finally be able to settle this defense out as Kungarna came very, very close to capping it off. They do stop them in just the nick of time, but 3 minutes.
I'd actually say Zom's Graviton first one, and obviously the second one saved the day. If he didn't let that loose,
that's true.
They would have delayed for, he only delayed for 4 or 5 seconds, but in that amount of time, Kungarna absolutely would have capped.
Yep.
It's a tight rope to walk, though. I see where you're coming from. Remix with an Earth Shatter.
Worked out in their favor.
Baby Bay with a Graviton. Michael not far away from a self-destruct. They hold on to that. Never mind. Baby Bay's going to let his Graviton loose. Connor J with a Pulse Bomb. Baby. He's going to come up with 2.
Oh, Connor J with 3 right there. Remix cleans up on his Zoms, but Connor J, the story of it there. 3 kills. Now Remix using that Earth Shatter just to solidify it. The team wipe comes out, and Kungarna ends up capping it in the end. 2:33 left in that time bank. And they still, despite having loads of time to push last, it took them a little while, but they made it happen. So one of the better times you can get on this map in a lot of cases. And here's that final play. Yet again, Connor J's Pulse Bomb, and then even cleans up one more on top of that for 3 kills. And Kungarna still looking good on Gibraltar, just as they were earlier today.
All of complexity out there right now, probably riveted by this match. Probably no nails left, biting down, getting very close. A little bit of celebration after that cap with 2.5 minutes for Kungarna, but who knows what FaZe is going to break out. This has been such a back and forth series. Overall, FaZe dominant on Nepal, Kungarna dominant on Hollywood. Everybody wanting to forget what happened on Anubis, probably.
Yeah. Both teams just forget that map ever happened.
But complexity. I feel for you. I'm sure you're trying to send your energy to Kungarna right now, but sometimes that's the way it all goes down. FaZe Clan. Shadowburn just keeping us guessing. Surprising. Blow my mind if he doesn't break out Genji at some point in this round. I mean, it's been working for him. I didn't think it would. I thought Connor, I keep trying to say Kungarna.
I didn't know if you were trying to say Connor or Kungarna.
Between Kungarna J and Baby Bay.
Kungarna J.
I didn't think he was going to be able to find the angles he needed, but so far, he's just a master at it. I guess when you survive the days of Raid Boss McCree, get pretty great at making sure there's not a whole lot of opportunity for people to shut you down.
Well, FaZe is on the offense. This is a big one for them. Their tournament life is on the line with this offense right here.
And it's in their hands. They are on offense, not even on defense. FaZe going to have to take it all the way with change if they want to stay alive.
Here we are. Shadowburn is going to be playing that Genji yet again for FaZe. So they're just moving the card forward. Nothing too crazy out of FaZe yet. Now the hook comes through from Connor J. Shuts down Shadowburn early. And that'll just have to be back to the drawing board for FaZe as they wait for Shadowburn's respawn. But that's a good way to start it off if you're Kungarna.
Baby Bay on the high ground has just been devastating from that position all Premiere long. Shadowburn now on to Genji, 24% already for his Dragon Blade. Michael taking a little bit in the side, but he's going to go ahead and start pressing Shadowburn now to reflect down. And now Connor J might be able to find Shadowburn. Oh, very close, and he's going to pick him up with secondaries.
2 right clicks. Not sure exactly why Shadowburn dashed into the middle of all of Kungarna, but ends up going down to Connor J, and then now it's going to be, well, just FaZe trying to regroup at this point, and now Earthshatter comes down from Fact Fiction. Won't actually connect on anybody. Self-destruct in the back. Fact Fiction went down to Connor J, so it's still Baby Bay up top, just keeping everyone suppressed. Shadowburn comes in to finally deal with that high ground threat of Baby Bay, but it is Kungarna, all Kungarna in this kill feed, except for a couple coming through from Shadowburn, but in the end, he's finished off, so 2-11 for FaZe. To get something going. They do have a lot of ultimates coming up online, some big ones at that. Nano Blade amongst them, and a Graviton shortly afterwards. So they're going to be looking to that Nano Blade phase to break open this first point.
And if that doesn't work, they're going to have 3 other ultimates to follow it up. I mean, if you have to dig deep for an offensive sound barrier, I guess make it happen. You got to stay alive here. FaZe on the ropes.
Self-destruct comes through as well. Shadowburn with it. 2 for Shadowburn, and here we are. That's what FaZe needed. As Baby Bay's up top with the nano boost on himself, but it's going to be Shadowburn just chasing him down. Easy pickings. And that's something for the FaZe fans to cheer about as they come through to get the first point.
I guess Mikey,
still have a long way to go.
Mikey must have been pressing out, or otherwise Matrix following Shadowburn for him not to fall to a nano visor in the back like that. Nice teamwork. As FaZe always structuring themselves around the impact Shadowburn can bring, and they work so hard at it too.
Yeah, it was great stuff from FaZe. And Mike does get taken down. They trade it 1 for 1, but at this point it's just gaining ground on this card for them. And Baby Bay switched over to the Winston here to try and deal with Shadowburn, not keeping himself on the Zarya for that impact ultimate. So really going to be relying a lot on some of Remix's Earth Shatters here, but Connor J is always a presence, as we know. And just shutting down Shadowburn right there.
Baby Bay breaking out the defensive Winston, I guess, to try and shut down Shadowburn. We'll see how that ends up panning out for them. There's a lot of verticality on the second stage in Nepal to work with, but that's just a tricky thing. Winston, very good in some situations, in other situations, ultimate feed.
Sometimes he's just like a sitting duck sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, you got to be very good with how you do it. I mean, I like it in overtime situations because he just cleans things up. But other than that, it's you have to take it on a case-by-case basis. Self-destruct coming out of Michael.
He's going to land back down. How does that even work out for him? He gets 2 off of that. I thought the shield was up from Fact Fiction. I guess he just ran out of gusto on the shield or something. But, oh, that's going to hold up FaZe for a little bit here as they regroup. And Zoms has got that Graviton. They have the Earth Shatter. They need to make something happen with the 2 of them because it's only 2 minutes and 11 seconds left for FaZe, and they need to push it the whole way. In the back now, Self-Destruct coming in from FaZe, and there's going to be Gravitons and Sound Barriers on pretty much both sides. Shadowburn actually not even using the Dragon Blade. He's able to get a couple. Much thanks to some of that, some of the Graviton from Zoms right there. Connor J should be cleaned up on quite easily. And FaZe are starting to roll their way through this hangar phase. They have a long way to go in this match. But they have still some pretty big impact ultimates. Nano Blade at the ready for FaZe, as well as the Earth Shatter. That should be enough for them to take. This second point.
Kungarna, though, breaking out Primal Rage for Baby Bay, trying to delay a little bit. Shadowburn coming in with the Dragon Blade, Nano Blade, correct that.
Oh.
And the Self-Destruct landing in the back as well, not going to connect with anything.
One of the rare instances where that Self-Destruct doesn't connect from Michael. FaZe are getting the picks here, though, the kills on this payload. And they should be able to pick up second point with just this fight alone. Michael doing a good job of delaying, as he often does. The respawns are coming through from Kungarna, and they just want to try and stall as long as possible. Mike is going to...
Really?
Mike is going to use his self-destruct right there, try and zone him out, get a little bit of extra ground on the card, I guess, and some kills. on top of that, but now Remix is going to get that nano boost. Let's see him go to town with it. 45 seconds for FaZe to get this next point. Remix so far only getting one. That was Fact Fiction, but the rest of Kungarna still trying to stall this one out. Michael is on the payload for the time being. Should get taken care of pretty quickly, I'd imagine. It's about a 2v5 right now for those Kungarna players, but it'll be even Baby Bay back on Tracer. They've just stalled so much time. Finally, FaZe gets this. Their tournament life is on the line in the next minute and 50 seconds. This is going to be incredibly tough for them to push to last.
Even if they had just capped the third point, they'd already be down on Kungarna's time. Not only do they have to cap this all the way, but then they have to win the next round after this. But FaZe Clan right now just looking to cap out it all. They have 4 ultimates on their side. Shadowburn's getting very close to breaking out a Nano Blade. Kungarna, all they have to defend against that is a whole hog.
Oh, here we go. Graviton being used. Shadowburn has that Dragon Blade at the ready. Nano Blade coming into the back, takes down Blam. He's looking for Ajax as well. He will connect on that frag. Forsaken able to take down Connor J. That is 3 picks for FaZe as they make this last dash attempt to try and cap this cart. They have the number advantage right here, and they need to keep that cart moving. 1 minute left on the clock. Their tournament life on the line for FaZe.
Remix still held on to that Earth Shatter, though, and unless Factor Fiction can send him packing very quickly, that could turn all the tables. Kungarna here trying to stop FaZe from keeping themselves alive in this tournament. 50 seconds left on the clock.
Zom's not even close to the Graviton here as well. FaZe closing in on this final point though. Shadowburn just teetering back and forth. Self-destruct will fly into the back, just zoning. And here comes an Earth Shatter in from Remix. Zom's looking good for the pick. Fact Fiction using his as well. A 1-for-1 trade off the start here for FaZe. Now Michael sending his self-destruct in on the point. Michael takes down 2. This could be it for FaZe. Only 25 seconds left on the clock. They need to start converting on kills or just die and reset so they can come back and take one more team fight. It'll be 15 seconds for FaZe to get back in.
Kungarna, what a hold so far. They do have a sound barrier and a nano boost. They're going to pour that on early. Baby Bay is going to be looking for a Graviton. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Mikey A, he's looking for the angle. I don't know if he's going to find it.
He just goes to get onto the cart, make sure that he can stall this for a little bit. Kungarna using that sound barrier. Now FaZe needs to make it happen. We are into overtime. The Graviton comes out, but not a whole lot of follow-up, at least for Kungarna. Never mind that. 2 kills for Kungarna. Now 3 players out of it for FaZe Clan. Shadowburn comes through to kill Connor J, and the Earth Shatter will come out as well, but I don't think there's going to be anybody FaZe around. No, that is it. Kungarna shutting them down, crushing the dreams of FaZe right at the end, and that will send them packing in complexity. Ever in the 6th spot.
What a thrilling end to a thrilling match there. FaZe running the gauntlet, bringing us down almost to the end where they almost were able to put it through. But then Michael, time and time again in this match.